Hi there, it's Dr. James Cobb here from Total Balance Chiropractic, and today I want to talk to you about back pain. Now, back pain is a very common affliction that affects many people, and in fact it's probably one of the most common reasons why people would attend a chiropractor's office worldwide. In fact, most people would be expected to experience at least one episode of back pain at some stage during their life. And it actually creates quite a financial burden for society as well, in terms of lost productivity, as well as the cost involved in treating and dealing with back pain. So what actually causes back pain? Well, there can be many causes of back pain, and in many cases people will actually have multiple factors that will influence their experience of back pain. These can include things like poor posture, sports injuries, lack of activity, direct traumas to the spine, bending and lifting incorrectly, overuse type injuries, sitting for too long, especially for office-based workers. And occasionally there can be actually underlying pathologies that can create back pain type symptoms. So when you're experiencing back pain, it's important to see a health professional who is able to do a full assessment and diagnose the exact cause or causes of your back pain, and first of all rule out whether there are any underlying pathologies that might require some kind of specialised attention. But if that's not the case, then the most likely culprit is going to be mechanical in nature, which means that a well-trained chiropractor is going to be able to help you deal with those problems very effectively. So how do we treat back pain? Well, the first thing to recognise is that all symptoms have an underlying cause. So often simply taking analgesics and painkillers to cover the symptoms up doesn't really address that, and once the painkillers wear off, the symptoms can often return. So in our office, we're interested in helping people improve their entire body alignment so that their body stays more effortlessly upright. We use a technique called advanced biostructural correction, which helps people get their posture in better alignment, taking strain off the structures that can actually lead to pain, such as the muscles, joints, and nerve structures that are related to the areas at hand. So in our office, we have helped people deal with back pain for many years. As I said, it's probably the most common reason why people consult chiropractors. So if you've been experiencing back pain that's been persisting, for anything more than a few weeks, then that's often a sign of an underlying issue that maybe needs to be addressed. So call our office, book an appointment, or even just ring and have a chat to one of our chiropractors to see whether your case might be one that might respond well to chiropractic care. So that's a little bit of information about back pain. Hope you found that useful. If you have, then please share this information with friends, families, loved ones. As I said, I've been Dr. James Cobb, and we'll be back again with more information soon. Bye now.